Welcome back, gods and goddesses, to the Gifted Goddess channel, where I channel my gifts for the collective. And I encourage you to not only seek your gifts, but to find meaningful ways you can use them for the collective advantage as well. Hello, it's me. Hello, it's me. So if you haven't tuned in already, I usually channel my gifts directly without cards, without, any sort of things. But Spirit said, let's go on and jump into the shenanigans. So when I came to do this reading, right, when I was getting ready for it, I saw a royal flush. So that's why you see this sitting here on my table. These are the Ace of Hearts, King, Queen, Jack, 10, right? So that's a royal flush, right? So if you don't know, if you're using playing cards as tarot cards to read, this is how I was learning. I've been transparent with you guys. The hearts are cups. So the 10 of cups, the page of cups, queen, king, ace of cups, right? So what we know from that is a lot of emotional fulfillment, basically having it all, being content, right? Destiny fulfilled, happily ever after. So that's how I knew I had to definitely jump on, do this message. And why not start my card journey, right? with you guys with a freaking royal flush, right? Does it get any better? I don't think so. So I'm going to go shuffle the deck, but we have the Justice card right here on the bottom already. So this is divine justice. You receiving it all. You having these emotional new beginnings, emotional fulfillment. Just a lot of heavy emotional fulfillment. I'm getting tears of joy. And here I'm seeing a call to open the heart for more romance, friendship, spiritual understandings, connections, self-love, and a lot of heartfelt opportunities. So this is literally you receiving your justice and reaping everything that you wish for. Look what I wrote on this card. I don't know if you can see it. Having it all. You manifested it. So let's get to the energy. Let's see what we got here. Split the deck. Of course, I split on the 9 of Pentacles and Justice. So just that successful financial stability coming through, and that is your justice. I just keep seeing the Justice card. And what's funny is my daughter is downstairs loudly with her friend on the phone, might I add. So if you hear her in the background, pay her no never mind. But she is on the phone with her friend Justice. Look at that. Wheel of Fortune. I can't even stop. I can't even get through shuffling the cards without seeing all this great energy. So let's get into it. So what messages do you have for us, Spirit, to go with this royal flush energy? Please give us any other messages. Thank you, ancestors, angels, spirit guides. Oh, we have the Devil energy. So what I'm getting from that is immediately off the bat, maybe you're an earth sign, Capricorn energy, but we know the Devil card is about just obsessions, addictions, right? And some of those lower vibrational energies I'm seeing trapped and doubt, self-defense. So we had the 7 of Wands come up, fire energy. So perhaps you were in this addictive, kind of low vibrational, feeling trapped or doubtful place. And now you are standing up for what you believe in, being brave. Okay, after a 3 of Swords, heartbreak and betrayal. Oh my goodness, we got cards falling all over the place. That's the truth. We have the Ace of Swords. So, yeah, you were experiencing a lot. I'm just seeing, having to go on the defense, maybe cutting out this energy. You did the inner work to remove yourself from this lower vibrational energy. Mental health is sticking out as well. So perhaps you were doing a healing journey, working on your mental health, right? The Eight of Swords to the Six of Pentacles. So you were feeling trapped, restricted, right, by these addictions, by this. What I'm getting from this is codependency, right? So you had to stand up for self, stand up for what you believe in, right? Due to this heartbreak and betrayal, maybe that kind of forced you into the energy of standing up for self, standing up for purpose, trying to go within and figure out what's right, because I'm just getting a lot of trapped energy, right? So what we know about the Ace of Swords is while you're trapped, right, it's not a hopeless situation, right? You can get out of this energy. And with that being followed by the Six of Pentacles of charity, and we had the Justice card earlier, I'm just getting, okay. And we also have the Nine of Swords. Heavy, heavy, heavy energy. So you were going through all this, just fear, anxiety, doubt, feeling trapped, in this energy, right? Perhaps with someone that was lower vibrational. I'm getting, I almost said people. So more than one person, right, had you in this energy. And I'm also getting just mentally, you were in this energy as well. But you started standing up for yourself, coming up with new ideas, getting clarity to get you out of this Eight of Swords energy, right? So then we move on to the Six of Pentacles, where, we have charity, donation. Since you removed yourself from this, did the work, stood up for yourself, kind of went through this grief, I'm getting, you didn't just sit in it, right? I was about to say went into hermit mode, but you went within, right, to work on all of this. You didn't just, succumb to the pain, the trauma, the emotional heartbreak, this betrayal, right? You didn't sit in it, right? So now you're receiving gifts. Let's get some more energy. Spirit, can you clarify for us? Oh, goodness, that's too many. Okay. So then I have the Six of Cups, where nostalgia. So perhaps you were looking back on the past, reflecting, right? And dogs barking outside. You were in this energy. You had to protect yourself, feeling trapped, feeling stuck, and, looking for charity, I'm getting, right? Perhaps in all the wrong places, looking for the wrong people to support you, or the people you were looking to give you charity, right? Possibly family, friends, right? Now I have the Ten of Cups on the bottom. So that's the energy you're moving towards, as we see with this royal flush, right? But you had to get past all this energy. You had to learn to overcome, the obstacles in your life. I almost want to say the Goliath in your life, right? If we look at the story of David, right, he had to overcome those obstacles to become the king, to get this royal reign, this royal flush, right? I saw royal reign earlier. So with the Ten of Cups, that is definitely good. I'm feeling like this is past energy, or this might be something that you're currently working through, right? And kind of in reflective mode. Look, then we have the World card. Can't make it up. So things are turning around in your favor, right? And I think it was important for me to have this sitting here, because with all this heavy energy jumping out, it's kind of easy to get more of your feelings caught up or overwhelmed by all the negative energy, right? Because who likes to see negative cards, or just not, the best cards. So I think that's why Spirit led me to have this royal flush out here to let you know this is what your hard work and dedication will reap, right? From you having to traverse, is the word I'm hearing, this energy. So turn the deck over. I have the Six of Wands, victory, reward, success, all from you getting past this heavy energy, right? My dad's favorite saying, this too shall pass. So just know if you're still Ace of Wands, new beginnings, right? It's all coming. So you have good news coming, inspiration coming. You're taking positive action. You're setting goals. You're not remaining stagnant in whatever this was for you, this betrayal, this lower vibrational energy. I'm just getting heavy codependency, feeling mentally trapped or just bound by certain people, places, and things in your life, possibly family, as we had that come out here. And, looking for a better way, right? So that this wasn't meant for you, right? You are of this energy, of the royal reign, right? The royal flush energy. You are meant to be 10 of cups, having it all, because that's the energy you give out to people, right? So the world is turning in your favor, beloved. Actually turning it. Hello, it's me. Hello. Heavy popping out energy. That's why I got that song coming on here, right? So the Ace of Wands just lets us know again, we have positive energy coming forward. We have the Six of Wands, success coming your way. So this is just a message to me of staying optimistic through the trials and tribulations of life, knowing that you can defeat the Goliath. And look at that, I shuffled again, and the Six of Wands came out again. Heavy confirmation, right? And with that falling under the Eight of Swords, that is the truth. So I have 3 sixes out here on the table. Angel number 666 could be significant for someone. You could be a Gemini. Let's see. We have all the signs out here. Oh my goodness. And look at God, right? So we have the Ace of Cups. Can you see that? And the Four of Wands. Sorry, it was a glare. Baby, what? You had a royal flush. You have literally the Ace of Cups. So your justice coming in, and look, the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You are reaping the rewards of your hard work and labor, right? Getting through the obstacles, defeating the Goliath in your life. That is the message we're getting here. So just stay positive. We have the Nine of Pentacles come out again. You heard me shuffle. And the Page of Pentacles, right? So good news on money matters are coming in. And the Queen of Pentacles. I cannot, okay. Come through, bag. Somebody get in the bag, okay? Because you're not sitting in this energy. You're not looking back to the past, worrying about what was done in the past with this betrayal. You are not focused on, your past energies, what kind of led you to this situation I'm getting, or the things you dealt with people, life situations, circumstances. You are not letting that stopping you, right? You continue to move forward. You're having faith. That's what I'm getting with this Six of Pentacles card. Just having faith in the Most High to deliver, right? And the world is turning in your favor, honey. Yes, I love to see it. Who doesn't love to see the Ace of Cups with a royal flush at the beginning? So you'll have new beginnings, new relationships, new romance, happiness, love, all the things that you hoped for, wished, and desired. I was about to say when you were in this past energy. So heavy on the new love, heavy on the hearts, okay? I think that's another reason why Spirit led me to put the playing cards on the table so you can see the amount of love and hearts and supports that are coming in, right? And also, this is a message for you guys. I always tell you to lean into what you're being called to do, right? You see me transitioning from Well, I don't read cards. I don't do that, right? To embracing what the Most High is calling me to do and really getting into this energy of flow, right? If you want the Most High to help in these situations, right, you have to be open. And that's what we got earlier in the message, a call to open your heart to new beginnings, new love, new supports, just success, celebrations coming in, heavy on the celebrations with the Four of Wands energy, right? And then we keep going with Nine of Pentacles, independence, success. So because you embrace your independence, got out of this codependent energy, and kind of stood up for yourself, what you believe in. I'm getting you got to know self, right? Because what we know about hardships and troubles, one thing is you have two options. You could either go within and do the inner work, or sit down, blame everybody, woe is me, have that type of energy, right? Or you can go within, do the work, and figure out how to turn things in your favor, how to really reap what you want to reap, right? And so said, so would it be, baby. Here it is. Page of Pentacles. Like I said, good news on money matters. So that's definitely good energy coming through after all this heaviness for a Queen of Pentacles. Excuse me. So I'm getting heavy earth signs, right? With the Pentacles. We know that's a lot of earth. We have all the signs out here. So you can be any sign, but I'm seeing heavy earth, fire, and air. So you could be any of those signs, Capricorn, Aquarius. I was about to sing the Beyonce song. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So those could be significant, but you could be earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, fire. You could be Aries, Leo, Sag. Heavy in the energy, the air signs, so Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Those are heavy in the energy. And I'm just getting standing your ground, speaking your truth, showing up and showing out in the midst of this, right? Still being yourself. So you get this Ace of Cups, honey. You deserve it. And like I said, we had Nine of Cups energy, right? So with our royal flush, the nine would be next. The Nine of Hearts would be next if we were looking at this as a playing deck, right? The nine would be next. So you literally wishes fulfilled, dreams coming true, actualizing. I'm hearing self-actualizing or dreams actualizing into the physical, right? That's what we know about Pentacles, physical manifestations, things you can hold, things that are grounded in reality, right? From all this heavy lifting that you've done earlier, happiness, having contentment, abundance, success, fame, if that is what you're being called to. Let's see. So I got the Emperor and the Five of Swords. So what I'm getting from that is you defeated some sort of authority figure, or by you stepping into this Emperor energy, male or female, take whatever resonates. Remember, everything won't resonate with you. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. But this change will have you stepping into that big boss energy. Boss, baby. What did Cardi say? Last year I cried 300 days. Now y'all about to be salty as, okay? Because once you step into this, baby, you finna have them like this. Okay? People are going to be feeling defeated from trying to defeat you or just overlooking you. What I'm getting. Okay, let's go to let's do another deck. Let's get into the shenanigans. Drop down below. Tell me how you're feeling about this reading. All this positive energy flowing through. Congratulations on doing the healing work. Spirit, what would you like us to know from this energy, from this deck rather, about this royal flush? Goodness. So commitment. Okay. Loss. So you were definitely feeling bound, restricted, just obstructed, going through loss. I'm just getting lonely, right? A lot of people need comfort from animals or use animals for comfort. Rainstorms. You had a very rainy, stormy situation going on, but you use your imagination. So let's continue. Oh, apologies. I'm getting heavy. There was an emperor. You can be stepping into this emperor energy, heavy on the Aries fire sign again. But I'm getting there was someone in your life who made it their mission to defeat you, right? Made it their mission to come up against you. Someone in leadership, someone in this emperor energy, someone of authority that should have or could have, is what I'm getting, helped you with this Six of Pentacles, right? But they didn't, right? So I'm just getting now, whoever had those prior engagements, those commitments to keeping you restricted and bound, now they want to come through and apologize. Let's see. What did I say? For not lending a helping hand, for not coming to your aid, right? They want to apologize, right? Or now that the Most High is coming to your aid, because that looks, and the light shining down, that looks like a kind of heavenly, thing. We could look at it both ways. Now that the Most High is coming to your aid, because possibly you literally had nobody. A lot of people found themselves in that energy during the healing journey, during the spiritual walk. Oftentimes you have to walk alone, right? So now that Spirit is coming to your aid, people want to apologize for these prior commitments they had to keep you in this bound energy, right? Or just keeping you stuck to a codependent, low vibrational self. A lot of times people find themselves in commitments with people who are too codependent, right? So if you step out and stand in this Ace of Swords, speaking the truth, standing on your own 2 feet, standing on firm ground, that kind of messes up their codependency as well, right? So whoever was committed to this wants to come in and apologize. Perhaps they want to offer aid now, or they see, like I said, the Most High is offering you aid, and now they want to come in. Planting seeds. So starting new, creating something new for yourself. You're co-creating with the Most Spirit to reap this royal flush, right? Back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They are on me. Back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They are on me. So if you haven't been here, you should know that right now, I am a person that channels through music a lot. I'm told that's called a savant. That's what I learned. So you could be musically inclined like that. Sorry, a card drop. Endings. Right? These endings, they caused in your life, they want to apologize for, offer some type of aid. Ugh. I'm seeing actual endings, but I'm a little too comfortable with headstones and things like that. I was a funeral director. You got real estate coming through. Baby, it's a royal flush. You finna have everything, right? I'm getting after these endings, after this binding, this being obstructed in any way you can, right? People trying to use you to their advantage. One thing I always say, why don't people use each other to their greatest abilities, right? To their best advantage. You'll have people using you in a relationship for actual things or for ego boost, when meanwhile you could be an intelligent person who could help them start a thriving business. Or, you understand what I'm saying? Family members who might use you for, oh, can you take me here? Can you do this, do that? When really you are a larger asset to the team, to the family, right? And if perhaps you had some type of support, if you had anyone come through in this charitable energy, right, you could have or would have reap this Ace of Cups, this royal flush with the team. But what I'm getting is you had to go at this alone. You literally had to go at this alone. And you fought through the obstacles. And now they about to be salty as fuck. Ah! I'm sized for whoever's energy this is. Spirit, can you tell us any more about this royal flush energy or these endings that you see? Self-love. So stay committed to self-love, protecting self, pouring into yourself what you would have given so freely to others. Hell, if they ain't want it, they was taking it from you. Taking all your precious energy, taking your love, taking that love you could have even given to yourself. So pour all that into yourself. I'm the queen of, doing self-care. Self-care is mandatory, not a luxury. It's a necessity. So self-care doesn't have to look like spa dates and the cutesy stuff. Sometimes it looks like screaming in your pillow. But because they were in this energy of stealing your love, they're stressed out. Oh, Pookie, why you get a gift? And what's your gift? Let's keep this in mind. Your gift is the royal flush. And before I came on, I saw the Ten of Pentacles as well in my head, right? In my mind's eye. So is there anything else? Oh, they're stressed. Am I the drama? Am I the drama? So if you resonate with this reading, please like, share, subscribe. Now they want to act blind to the bullshit. Or this could be someone who's visually impaired or will be impaired. Or just an awkward person. But they want to be blind to the bullshit, right? They're stressed out. They want to turn a blind eye to it now. They want to act like they didn't see what they were doing, all the stress they were causing you, robbing you of your energy, causing endings in your life, refusing you aid. Now people want to come and apologize for being committed to the bullshit. Who does that? These red roses are significant. Heavy red in the energy. So passion, like I said, fire. These cards just want to jump everywhere, honey. Spirit is excited to get this message out. Yeah, they want to be blind to the mental overload they cause you, to the stress they cause you. Look at this. They were committed. You had someone and look, I'm being called to look at this devil energy. Someone was in this devil energy with you, perhaps a Capricorn or earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or that's your sign. Heavy fire, earth energy. They were committed to robbing you of your love, of your essence, just taking. You're going to take that. You can go back to some of my messages where I have no cards and I channeled this energy. Everybody want to be in that Diddy energy. Taking this, taking that, whether it's actually monetarily, but I'm getting energetically, just taking that positive energy life source from you, causing you to be stressed, causing you to come here and have delays. Now they want to act blind, right? They wanted to cause you to be blind. That's another way we could look at it. Blocking your vision for what you needed to do for yourself, or blocking you from seeing that you had other options instead of being overloaded, overwhelmed, overworked, underappreciated with their energy, right? So we can look at that as a number of ways. But they were committed to this. This just slid out as I was trying to pick up the cards. Not withdrawn from the assignment now. Okay, collective, y'all got them withdrawn from that low vibrational energy. We're heavy Cardi B fans over here. If you're not a fan of hip hop, I don't know what to tell you. Better tap in and tune in. But yeah, honestly, I don't even know what I was about to say. But y'all stepping on next, okay? Yeah, they made a vow to cause you illness, just to cause you harm, to cause you suffering. They were praying on your downfall. And what I'm getting also to, this could be spiritually, right? Because we know we don't battle flesh. We battle principalities and spirits, right? So what I'm getting from this is spiritually, they needed to wear you down, right? They took a vow spiritually. Perhaps they were on an assignment to wear you down to this, to where you couldn't operate for yourself, to where you would be blind, not manifesting for yourself. You can't see through the fog, all this confusion and stress. When you're stressed out, you can't think clearly, you can't see clearly. You can't see that this is what the Most High intends for you because you're so overwhelmed, overworked, and stressed. But you got out of that energy. Put that sword up, baby. Yeah. And you up out of there. Take me through there. Take me through there. So now what? You gaining. While somebody's confined. Let's see what else comes through. You did the healing work. What did I say? Upset. Look at that. 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 You did the healing work. You prayed. You prayed. You manifested. You got what you in spirit, the Most High God. You know, whatever you call it. Let's not be divisive. Whatever you call the Most High. You and God co-creating, working on you. Just the two of us, right? Something about these numbers, because I got the 6-4 and the 46, right? But you got family coming through, right? You got connections coming through. You and the Most High are family, right? You connected with your spirit team is what I'm getting. You connected with the Most High and your spirit team to get in this gainful energy. You had to take care of self. You had to nurture your inner child. You had to work with God. Maybe because they was trying to string you along. The sweetheart, right? Now, why would you have a sweetheart and all this energy instead of working with them? You could be a dreamer, right? That's what I'm getting. Let's really mix it up. We've been on for 31 minutes. Let's do should we mix it up? Should we get into some more shenanigans? No, okay, we'll leave it here. So let's see what's tea, okay? So, and I'm not talking about the messy tea. I drink tea every day. I told you guys I made my own envelope. I'm a creative. That's what I do, make things. So I drink tea every day, and you know, the yogi tea comes with messages on them. So I decided to save them. I was guided to save them. And I read them for myself from time to time to get inspiration or just a positive message. So let's leave off with a positive message. It says, use your head to live with your heart. And I think that's where we will end it. So thank you guys for tapping in and tuning in. Remember, you are royalty, right? You are calling in this abundance, this royal flush, having it all. You literally manifested having it all with the 10 of Cups energy. Don't fret. You've done the inner work. Continue to go within to heal yourself. Looks like you're calling in a sweetheart too. Continue to do the work. It looks like you're being pricked and pruned to have all that you need. But in order to have all the things you want, need, and desire, you have to be the person that matches that, right? That vibrational energy. So you yourself not only had to disconnect from this low vibrational energy of self and other people, but now once you take away, right? You have to fill up the cup, right? So once you empty out all the you have to fill it up with all the positive things, right? So continue to do the healing work. Continue to focus on that self-love. Continue praying, doing your spiritual work, whatever that is for you to reap your gains, right? Don't focus on what we left behind. Focus on moving forward, baby. And what you have coming forward is that 10 of Pentacles. I said 10 of Pentacles. I meant to say 10 of Cups, baby. 10s all over the board. You completed this cycle, right? Heavy air energy. You communicated your needs. You were also, I'm getting just clearing out your emotional baggage and emotional trauma to reap this. A sweetheart, family, someone who's caring, nurturing, wants to build a family with you while you reap this royal flush. There's not anything in the world you can't have. You manifested it, baby. So good luck. And just say good riddance to all that negativity, right? As we said, use your head to live with your heart. And that's where we'll end it. So go in love and light. Remember to seek purpose, not just paychecks. Continue to do the work, the healing work on yourself so that you can contribute a better self to humanity. Like I always say, healed people heal people. So once you're in a healed energy, in a better vibration, right, you can get away from these Louis, LV, low vibrational people, right? So that's what I was about to say earlier. They're LVs, honey. They're low vibrational people. We're going to call them Louis. So, when I say Louis, you know who I'm talking about, right? So, go in love and light. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if this reading resonated for you guys. And thank you for embracing me on my new journey as we air out all the host. Okay? Peace.